Hi everybody, Shannon here with Raising a Blessing blog, and today for our 2-minute thoughts on faith, we are going to talk about playing chess with the enemy. And the reason why I wanted to share this with you guys today was because in my own journey, this became not only an incredibly powerful visual for me, but it was a reminder to anchor myself in what God says about me and to be hyper vigilant about how the enemy studies us and how he tries to play this game with us to keep us defeated and to keep us feeling hopeless. So I hope this really helps you. Let's jump right in. As I was walking through my healing, I began to discover that there was this pattern that started to take place where every time I would take a step forward, I would move forward into whether it be my identity, my faith, my hope, my joy, my peace, my calling, my purpose, whatever it was, as I would begin to take a step forward in what God was pouring into me, my thoughts and my dreams would begin to fill with all these reminders of why I wasn't worthy of that or why it would never work out for me. And what I began to understand is that it was like a game of chess where every time I was moving forward, the enemy would take one of his pieces and he would place it directly in front of me, whether it be through my thoughts or my dreams. He would place it directly in front of me as a reminder of my shame, my insecurity, a reminder of seasons that I felt like had defined me, a reminder of mistakes that I had made or labels that others had said about me that wrapped around my heart, a reminder of brands that the enemy wanted to brand me with and say, this is who you are. And as he did that, the message that I was getting was, you are not worthy. You will always be defeated. You will never escape this cycle of pain. And I would begin to be pushed further and further back until I felt like I was in checkmate and I wanted to wipe my pieces completely off the board and give up. Give up on my future, my hope, my next chapter, give up on my peace, give up on all of it. Why? Because the enemy studies us and he knows exactly which chess pieces to use and when to use them until we feel like we are literally sitting in a checkmate. But here are 3 very important things to remember if you find yourself sitting in that space. Number 1, the enemy knows exactly how beautiful you are, and that's why he's terrified of you walking into the fullness, living fully alive with Jesus, where you absolutely understand your identity and you are walking into your healing. He is terrified of it, and that is why he's lining up these pieces. Number 2, these pieces don't exist in God's heart. Make sure you remember all of these pieces, the shame, the insecurity, the mistakes that you've made. Those are not things that God holds in his heart. Those are things the enemy taunts you with, which brings me to number 3. You have the blood of Jesus pouring through your veins. And with the blood of Jesus pouring through your veins as a child of God, the enemy only has as much power as you give him. So today, if you feel like you're in that space, I want you to understand that you have the authority to look right in the enemy's eyes and tell him, you aren't even allowed to sit at my table. You don't belong here and you need to leave. If he is placing those chess pieces in your face, you tell him to get up and leave. And then you cry out to God. You whisper a prayer and you ask him, God, remind me who I am in you today. Pour your love into me and remind me who I am in you. And then let that absolutely pour into your spirit as you allow him to tell you how beautiful, loved, precious, and irreplaceable you are in his heart. So that's our 2-minute thoughts on faith. Sorry, we went a little over today, but if you want to catch more of these, you can catch us on our website, raisingablessing.com, or you can jump out and follow us on Facebook at Raising a Blessing blog. Have a blessed day. Walk in the identity that God is placing in you today. And remember, the enemy doesn't have a seat at your table. Don't let him try. Have a good one. Bye.